In the previous lecture, we have completed step number 15. Now we have step number 16, where we need to define the attribute for the material type. So we have understood about the material type, like we have the raw, finish, packing, store. So these kind of material types were provided by the SAP as a standard material type. We need to run this transaction code OMS2. So let's run transaction code OMS2. Press enter button, and then we need to select here the material type. You can just see these are the material type provided by the SAP. So we need to maintain this material type raw material, and for that we have been given the ID as ROH. Select ROH, this is for the raw material. You select this material type, go on the left side and select this quantity and value updation. Why we are doing it? Actually, for this material type we should have the valuation, we should have the quantity, and it should be updated in the stock in the material master. So for that, click on position button. Our valuation area means our plant ID, it is 2255 2244 2244, and select both of these two check boxes, quantity updating and value update. So system is going to update the quantity and value update for this plant ID 2244 under this material type ROH. So we need to select this, we need to just click on the save option and then press enter button. Now we need to come out of here and we need to go to the next step, step number 17, where we need to maintain once again tolerance limit, and this is the AN and ST tolerance limit we need to have, and we will be copied from the standard one 1000. So let's do this. Transaction code is OMR6 OMR6 and then enter. We need to click on the position button, company code ID 2244. Here we have already 2244. So just click on the position button, and from where we want to copy the data from 1000 company code, and which tolerance keys we want to have. We want to have tolerance keys AN, then ST, and then we have the VP we already have for the company code 2244. Let's see, go to the copy as option, and then for the AN specify here company code ID 2244. Same is with the ST 2244, and for the VP. So for the VP, it is saying that this tolerance key we already have this in this company code, so this we don't require. And now I'm going to save these two tolerance keys for the company code 2244. Now after this step number 17, we have step number 18, where we need to create the vendor master data. We have already a vendor, and that vendor we have maintained at two level, general data level and company code level. Now the same vendor we can extend it to the third level, that is a purchase organization level, so that for the same vendor we will be able to create the purchase order. Because if we have the vendor at two level, we have not defined the vendor at third level. In this case, we'll be able to post the direct FI invoices, but we will not be able to create any invoice which is linked to any purchase order. So for the creation of the purchase order, we need to have this vendor at third level as well. So how to create that vendor at a third level? For that, we need to run here transaction code XK01. XK01 transaction code we use for the creation of the vendor. So we'll create this vendor at a third level, and that is the reason we are using this transaction code XK01 instead of XK02. XK02 is if you want to make the changes. Here we don't want to make the changes. We want to extend this vendor to the third level. So you need to provide your vendor number here. Press F4 key for the company code 2244. We can mention the vendor number. It is 600 251. Then we have already defined the purchase organization. It is 2244. Mention here along with the company code ID, and then your vendor account group ID. It is 2244. In our case, now press enter button. Now you can just observe here title bar, it is saying that to create the vendor at which level, at a purchase organization level, purchasing data. So we are setting up here the vendor at third level, that is the purchasing data. In this we need to maintain the order currency, PO currency. PO currency means purchase order currency. So here let it be USD. press enter button. And other information we can skip for the time being. Now we can just click on the save option. Click on the save option. So we have mentioned here the PO currency as USD. If we keep it this field blank, then what will happen? So in that case we'll be able to create the purchase order in any currency. And if I want to create the purchase order in the foreign currency, in that case you can mention here, you can just change the currency from USD to whatever the currency in which we want to create the purchase order. Now we have defined this vendor at third level, and after that we have the step number 19. Under the step number 19, it is saying that let's create the material master record. The way we create the general data master, or we call the GL master data, we define the vendor master data, customer master data. Same way we need to create the material master data, where we'll be giving the information about the material. So here the transaction code for the creation of the material master data, it is MM01. Let's have the transaction code MM01. And before this, here you can just see your vendor 600,251 has been created for the purchase organization 2244. Now in the material master data, we need to give the material group. So if you want to define this material group, you can run this transaction code OMSF. Transaction code is OMSF. Use this transaction code OMSF. Enter. Now this is just a text information. Click on the new entry button. Give the ID. It is 2244, and give the text as material group for 2244. It has a space constraint, so let it be 2244. Now we can just save it, and after that we can go for the creation of the material master data. Transaction code we can run MM01. MM01 is for the creation, MM02 is for making the changes, MM03 to display the material master data. So these are transaction code we can use for maintenance of the material master. If you are creating the new material, then you need to give the ID, and to make the ID as external, then we need to make sure in the material type we have selected that external material type ID checkbox. It should be selected. Where it is, I'll just show you. Go to the transaction code OMS2. Transaction code is OMS2, and then we can click on the position button. What's our material type ID? ROH. Go to the detail option. Keep the cursor on ROH. Now you can just see this is a checkbox. If this checkbox is selected, you can give the external number to your material, and if this checkbox is not ticked, then system is going to give the material number internally. So here we can go to the, because this checkbox is selected, we can give the ID externally for our material. We can run MM01 transaction code. Here we can give the material ID. Then we have the industry sector, material type, and then click on the organization level, company, your plant ID, storage location ID. After that, you can just see there is a button called select views. You can click on the select views. Now here you can decide that which tab you want to see from the material creation or material maintenance standpoint. So we have these tabs like the basic data 1, 2, 3, purchasing. So here we want to select this purchasing tab as well. We don't want to select this MRP tab, and then we can select this general plant data ID. Then we have the accounting tab 1. So these are the tabs you can see here. We have mentioned in the practice sheet also. So we have the basic data tab 1, then MRP 1 it is selected, then purchasing accounting 1 2. Costing 1 2 is selected. So since we have not started the costing, so we can deactivate these two tabs, costing tab 1 2. Here we let it be MRP 1. Then after that you can click on the enter button. System will just show you these tabs where you can maintain the information. You can just see this type of icon. It means that these tabs have been selected. So you can also maintain the information in the other tab, but system will directly take you from this tab to this tab, purchasing. Now here we can have the material master data description. It is material, raw material for 2244, basic unit of measurement. So how you want to quantify that particular material, if it is in liters, kg, how you want to quantify it. So let it be the base unit of measurement, as we want to measure it with each unit, and then material group we have already defined as W44. Then we can press enter button, and then we can have here the purchasing group ID. Press F4 key. We can select some default purchasing group ID provided by the SAP. So let it be the first one, 000, and then we can press again enter button. Here it is asking for the MRP type. Press F4 key. MRP type we can select as here ND, no planning. So here it is used for the production. So here we don't have any planning for the production of this material. Enter. Again press enter button. Here this is the accounting tab. This is important for us. Why? Because here we are going to give the valuation class ID. We will mentioning here valuation class. What is the valuation class for this material, and accordingly we will be able to link the GL with this valuation class for this material. Then after that we have the price control. So we have discussed in the theory that there are two types of price control, standard and moving average price. So it will ask you which price control you want to have for this material. So let it be the first valuation class ID as press F4 key. So based on your material type, since we have selected the material type as raw material, system will automatically suggest you the valuation class ID. It is 3000, 3. It is for the material 1 to 3. So here we can select the valuation class ID standard. It is 3000 for the raw material. Then after that we have the price control. So for the raw material, we mostly select this moving average price. Moving average. For the raw material, we mostly maintain this price control V, that is the moving average price. And here we can mention the moving average price amount per unit. And if we are giving the standard price, which is S, then in that case you need to mention the standard price amount here, per unit amount here you need to mention here. So even if in the case of moving average price, you don't maintain the moving average price amount, you keep this field blank, automatically system is going to give the valuation. System will automatically give the value for your moving average price and for your total stock, like how much total stock you have, what is the valuation of that, and how much quantity you have. So this will be done by the system automatically in case you follow the moving average price. We'll see this. So now I'm going to save this information. Click on the save data. It is saying that this just giving you a warning message that for your moving average price, you kept this field blank. Okay, press enter button, and then we can go to the next step. Post creation of the material master data, we need to now create the GL, because this GL we will be linking with the material master data through the valuation class, and we'll be able to link the material with the GL. So before this integration, let's create the GL. So we'll be creating the GL for the inventory of raw material. Then we will be creating the next GL. It is for the GRIR clearing account. So remember we discussed this GRIR clearing account. This GL account we'll be creating on the liability side. Then after that we'll be creating the consumption GL. So this is not required right now. Let's create the GL, and for the GL creation we need to go to the transaction code FS00. Here it is giving you this information that this is the planned delivery time. We need to mention the planned delivery time. Let it be any day. It is 1 day. Press enter button. Now we can click on the save option. So material is created. Material ID we have given for this material master. It is RM2244. Now let's run transaction code FS00. Transaction code is FS00. Press enter button. We need to create the GL for the stock of a material or inventory of a material, and it is to be maintained under the asset side. And we will be selecting here the material group as asset, and accordingly we need to give here the number. So here I have just mentioned already a number randomly, so we can take it. It is 201 to 1. This is for the inventory of raw material, 201 to 1. So we can take this number 201 to 1. In the company code 2244, we can click on the new entry button, and we can give the account group ID as asset, type as balance sheet, and then we can give the name as inventory of material, raw material, inventory of raw material, account. Then select this control data tab. Select this only balance in local currency, line item display, sort key 001, and then we can go to the third tab, that is the bank interest tab. In this we need to select the field status group relevant for the inventory. So which field status group we can select for the inventory, press F4 key. So we can select this material account. Material account, we can select this field status group which is relevant for the inventory GL. And then we need to also select this checkbox post automatically. So we want the system to post the entry, accounting entry automatically during the invoicing. So click on the save option, and then we can go for the next GL creation, which is the GRIR clearing account. So let's have here the GRIR clearing account number as 100,520 in the company code 2244. Click on the type and description. Let's have here the account group ID as liability, type as balance sheet, GL type we are selecting here, balance sheet account, and then we can give the name as GRIR clearing account, GRIR clearing account. Then go to the control data tab, select the setting normal, like only balance in local currency, line item display, sort key 001, and then we can go to the bank interest tab. In this, we need to select the field status group relevant for the GRIR clearing account. So we can just click on the find option, and here we have the GRIR good receipt. So you can just see we have here the field status group ID as G045. This is for the goods slash invoice receipt GRIR during goods slash invoice receipt clearing account. So GR means good receipt and IR means invoice receipt. So select this field status group, and also for this GL we need to select this checkbox post automatically and then save. Click on the save option. Then post GL creation we can assign it, and for the assignment we have another step, and before that what we need to do, we need to give the number range. So this number range we are giving for the document creation, which type of document these are. So we have the GR document, we have the IR document. So for these document we need to provide the document number range, and here we have the document number range, we have 49. This is for the this we will be using in the SD for the sale order document. Now let's have here the number range we can have with the help of transaction code FBN1. Go to the transaction code FBN1. Company code ID 2244. Go to the change interval and then go to the add interval. Here we'll start with the number range 49. This is the random number range I have picked, and then we have the year 2023, and we can give the number range starting from 01 to 49 online. Then press enter button. Next number range I want to have here 50, year 2023, and this we will be using for the GR, and it starts with the 4 5 all 0 1 to 5 all 9. Enter. 50 will make the number range as 5 all 0 1 to 5 0 9 9 9 9, and then enter. Save. Enter. Now let's go to the insert interval, new number range. Here it is starting from 5 1 all 0 to 5 1 all 9. Enter. Now save. So we have maintained the required number ranges. Now what next we need to do? So we need to now do the assignment of GL with the material through the valuation class, and this assignment we can do with the help of transaction code OBYC. So let's run this transaction code OBYC. Enter. Now this GL assignment we are doing through which object? This GL assignment we are doing through the transition event key. So transition event key we have discussed it in our theory section. So you can just see this is the BSX. We have the transition event key, and this we can use for the inventory posting. So you double click on this, and then we need to confirm the chart of account ID. In our case it is 2244. Press enter button, and then you can select this checkbox valuation class and then save. Click on the save option. Now here in this case valuation class for the inventory we have 3000. Remember this 3000 we have in the raw material GL master data in the accounting tab 1. Then we have the GL number. So this GL we have for the inventory 20121. Press enter button, save. So any kind of raw material which will have this valuation class, it will hit your GL 20121 for your accounting entries. Okay. Likewise, you can go down, you can link the GL for the GRIR clearing account. So if we will be using the material for the GRIR, so which GL it should hit? So we need to go to the relevant transaction event key. In this case, we have the transaction event key as WRX, and these transaction event keys are alphabetically maintained. So we can go to the WRX, and if you just notice here, it is showing you this WRX we are using for what? For the GRIR clearing account. Double click on this, and here also you can select this checkbox valuation class. Click on the same option. So mention the valuation class for the GRIR clearing account of what? Of the raw material. It is the valuation class ID 3000 we have in the raw material master data. Then we have the GL for the GRIR clearing account as 100,520. Enter, say enter. So we have done the assignment, and now we need to go to the next step. So we need to now start creating the purchase order. And before the purchase order, we can also create the purchase requisition. What is the difference between the two? Actually, in the purchase order, it is first of all purchase requisition is an internal document. It is not a legal document. Purchase order is a legal document which you will have with your vendor, and in this you have the vendor detail. Here we don't have the vendor detail. So we are just sending from one department to another department for the requisition of the material. Now here we can get this purchase requisition with ME51N, whereas purchase order we can get with the help of transaction code ME21N. So let's start with the PR creation, purchase requisition creation. We have the transaction code ME51N. So this is the screen looks like for your material requisition, and in this case what we need to do, just click on this close button and then click on this document overview. The way you have in the accounting document, you have the header and line item. Here you also have the header information and line item information. You click on the header, so we can maintain the information in the header. You can just see this is the header information, and then we can also provide the information in the line item. So you click on the line item, this item overview, so we can give the information for the material. So for example, here we want to we want to have the material acquisition for which material RM 2244. Then how much quantity we need? We need let's say 1000 quantity, and then press enter button. Press enter button. Then we can mention the missing detail, missing information. So you can just see it is asking to maintain the plant ID. We can give the plant information where we can give. So here we have the plant field. It is in our case 2244. Then we can press enter button. So you can just see we have this single line item. The if you have the requisition for more material, those more material you can maintain multiple line item, and for each of the line item we have been given these many tabs. So we can give the information. So for example, here it is saying that for this material, what is the valuation, how much is the quantity, because here system is not able to get the quantity from the material master data. Okay, so if you remember in the material master data we kept the value of this material as blank. We can give the value of this material as 100 per unit. Press enter button. Then we can go to the material data, and we can just see this is the material information. Then accordingly we can just go to the other tab to just check the information like the quantity. Storage location we can maintain here as 2244. Press enter button. Now we can save this material requisition. Click on the save option. Now you would have observed, so we didn't give any information related to our vendor. Okay, so vendor will come to the picture once we will start creating the purchase order. We have created our PR number. You can observe here it is 00100135563. So you can just go back and you can now go to the transaction code ME21 and variant selection layout. This is the selection variant button we need to select, and then go to the my purchase acquisition. Then pick this my purchase acquisition and then drop it in the shopping cart. Now you can just see automatically system has populated the information. If you just go to the line item overview, you will see this is information we have maintained in a PR. Now for the creation of the purchase order, system is asking for the vendor. So we can provide the vendor number here. Press F4 key. For the company code 2244, we can confirm the vendor. It is 600,251, for which we want to create the PO. Then we need to give the purchase organization information. Purchase order, or for the purchase organization, we have the ID as 2244. Purchasing group we have already maintained. It is 000. Company code 2244. Now we can press enter button. So you can just see the status for the line item. It should be green. Then we will be able to save our purchase order. And to make it green, system is asking for the price of this material per unit price. What is the amount? So we have 100 per unit. 100 unit. 100 we have per unit. And how much quantity we are ordering? We are ordering 1000. So total 1 lakh of PO we are creating here. Press enter button. Press enter button, and this price information we always have under the condition tab. So you can just see the way you have for the PR the tab, same way you for the PO also you have been given multiple tab. So you can go to the relevant tab, and this tab we will be able to see for each of the line item. So you can just see the way we have maintained here the line item 10, same way we can have the next line item as 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on and so forth. And for each of the line items, system will just show you this material data, quantity, delivery schedule. Then we have the condition. So the most important is material data. Then we have the condition, because under the condition we maintain the price, we maintain the value. And then if you want to have the information related to the text, so that you can maintain here under the invoice, and you can give here the text code. So here we can save this information. So press, if you before the save this purchase order you want to just check the information, click on the check button. System will just see if any missing information is there. Otherwise it will give you the information that this document is okay, you can go for the posting. So you can just see no message issued during the check. So now we are able to create the purchase order. Click on the save option. So after the purchase order creation, what we can do with reference to that purchase order, we can go for the next step, that is the GR. And this step can be done with the help of transaction code MIGO. And for this transaction code, what we need the PO number. Now you can just see this message called the standard PO created, and PO number is 4500017185. So we can copy this PO number, because down the line in the next step we need to give the reference of this PO for the GR and IR step. For GR IR creation we need to give the reference of this PO. So let's copy and then go to the next step, which is MIGO related to the good receipt. Now you can just see this field. In this you can select the action what you want to do with your material. You want to do the good receipt, you want to return the delivery, cancellation, display, then you want to issue the goods, transfer it. So here we have been given the action, so we can select the relevant action. So let it be the good receipt, and this good receipt we can do with reference to the PO. Along with the PO we have been given the other document also. through which we can create the GR. So in our case, we are creating this GR with reference to the PO number. So mention here the PO number. In our case, PO number is 4500017176. Then press enter button. 17185. Enter. Press enter button. So you can just see system has populated all the information, and you just observe here, this is important thing, movement type. Okay, so based on our GR, system has derived the movement type. It is 101. 101 means plus of your GR. Okay, so you are going to add your stock, and here this information, this material 1000 quantity, so we are going to add, select this item. Okay, checkbox, and after that you need to click on this check button. You click on this check button. So if any kind of discrepancy would be there, system will just show you. So red indicator means we have some issue and we need to fix it, and green status, it means we are good to go. So we can select this checkbox, we can select this button called post. So system will give us our GR document number through this. So click on the post button. So discrepancy will come in case you have here the red indicator. With yellow indicator, it will give you a warning message. Now you can just see red indicator has come. So it is saying that your period 7 is not open, and if you want to open your 7 period, then what you need to do, if you remember the steps, we have MMPV. Okay, so we can run here the transaction code MMPV. Before the MMPV, if you want to check your period open in the so you can go to the transaction code MMRV. So I'm going to open another window and I will run the transaction code MMRV. First I'll just check the period. So in the we have opened the period 7 and 6. Okay, June and July both are open. Now we need to check the period in the FI, and for that we have the transaction code OB52, posting period variant ID. Click on position button. In our case, posting period variant ID is 2244, and you can just see we have the period open till the June. Okay, let it be July. Save, enter, and once again we can go back to the GR creation and we can click on the post button. So you can just see system has given you your material document number. Through this material document number, you will be able to get your accounting document. How? I'll let you know. So now you can go to the next action called display AO04. Go to the display of your purchase, your material document. So automatically system will populate here your latest material document number. Now you can just see automatically it has come. Now click on this execute button, and you can just see you got your material document information. Now click on this document information tab, and here you have a button called FI document. Click on the FI document. It will show you your accounting document number, and it will also show you the line item. If you observe the line item, now you can just see we got the material document number 5 all 01. Remember the number in we have maintained 50 all 01, 5 all 012, 50 all 9, and based on, because it is the first document number, system has given the number as 5 all 01. Then after that we can observe the line item. System has given us the line item as inventory of raw material to GRIR clearing account. So this is the document we will be getting at the time of GR. Now let's have the IR document. And for the creation of IR document, we need to run here transaction code MIRO. Our last step in this integration with FI, it is the invoice creation. And this invoice creation we can have with the help of transaction code MIRO. In the MIRO also, we need to give the reference of the purchase order. But before that, let's provide the information for the invoice date. It is today's date. You can give the reference of your purchase order. In our case, it is 4500017185. So it is 4500017185. Press enter button, and again automatically system will populate the data. So you can just see this is the data we have, and once again you can just see it is coming with the red indicator. So it means it has some discrepancy. So we need to fix that issue. So what is the issue? So it is saying that the amount is 100,000, but here amount field it is blank. Okay, so let it be 100,000. Enter. So always remember this amount, this balance amount, always it should be zero and it should be the green indicator. Then system will allow you to create the invoice. If it will have the red indicator, then it means it has some issue. You need to fix that issue. And because here we have the save it, and before I save it, so it automatically system has populated this baseline data, this baseline date, and this we have in the payment tab. So select the baseline data as today's date and then enter. And once again you go back to the basic data, and then you can just see this is a simulate button. You can, before you post this invoice, you can check it. So this is the document we have. Now you can click on the post button. So your debit side and your credit side, so both are equal, and the difference balance is zero. So you can now click on the post button. Click on this. Here it is saying that there is some issue, so message is coming. Click on this message. It is saying that no tax on the sale purchase allowed for the GL. Okay. So what it is trying to say, it is saying that in your GRIR clearing account. So go to the GRIR clearing account in the GL master data. Select this GRIR clearing account and go to the control data. Go to the change button. So here we need to select the tax category as V0, and we need to select this checkbox without text allowed. So here it is saying that without any text code, so system should allow us to do the posting. So now I'm going to save it. So these are the two changes we have made in the material master. So just ignore this warning message, and then we can once again go back to the invoice creation. Again we have the transaction code MIRO, purchase order number, date, amount, baseline baseline date. Go to the basic data, go to the simulate button, and go to the post button. So you can just observe here the line item system has given you for this document. The invoice document number is 510560872. This is your invoice number, but you want to get your accounting document, how to display. For that you can go to the menu, invoice document, and click on the display option. So this is your invoice document. Now you click on this following document in order to get your accounting document. Now you can just see your accounting document number is different from your invoice document number. It is the first document number. System has given us a document number as 510. In this we can observe the line item. It is saying that your vendor has been credited and your GRIR account which you created in the last step, so it got debited here. Now with this, what is the change we can just see? You go to your vendor line item through the transaction code FBL1N, and you will see there would be an open line item of 100,000, and that got created not of the direct invoice we have posted but through the purchase order invoice creation we have made. So you go to the vendor information, vendor account, company code, open item, click on the execute button, and it will show you open item of 100,000 with the current date. Now for this invoice we can go for the payment. So this is the procurement to pay process we have. And payment we have already understood, it can be done through the F-53 if it is manual, and F110 if we want to make the automatic payment. Now you can observe also here one thing. So the document type it is giving you, it is RE. RE document type means this has been created with reference to the purchase order. KR means this is a direct invoice, direct FI invoice. So this has not been created without with your purchase order reference. So it has been created KR. We create without reference of our purchase order. It is a direct invoice. Whereas RE, this is a standard document type provided by the SAP which we use with reference to the PO. Okay. So through this RE document, you can also navigate to your PO. How? You select the checkbox, click on the display button, and then you go to the menu. In the menu, you have the environment, and under the environment, you can go to this original document. System will take you to your PO number. You can just see this is a PO. You double click on this, then it will navigate to your PO screen. So this is your PO screen where you have the header information, you have the line item data. Okay. So this is how you can navigate through your accounting document as well. Okay, so this is the procurement to pay process we have. With this, we have completed this P2P. Now, in the next lecture, we will see the SD integration